You're going to take me away from what I was going to talk about originally, which was the roster. We'll get back to it. You mentioned coaches. Pretty good continuity on your coaching staff this year. How important is that?
I think it's important. I think there's been a lot of staff changes around the NFL. I think it was important for us to have try to do the same with the same staff one year after another, so we have some continuity there. I think that's important. But we also understand that we have to improve, as a staff. And improving doesn't always mean you have to change people. I think the people that we have are excellent coaches. We just have to do a better job of motivating our players and get them to do a little bit better on game day.
Last year, you had a decision to make to bring in a defensive coordinator. It was someone who's familiar to us, obviously, Greg Minuski. How did he do year one at the helm?
Yeah, he did good. I think when you look at the final numbers, the numbers don't tell the whole story, but, I think being last in the league in rushing defense, that hurts a lot of people around here because we know how important it is to, A, run the football and stop the run. And it's something we have to do better at. On offense is running the football, and defense, we got to do a better job of stop and run. We can't function unless we do that. So that's something we have to address. But overall, I like the way the communication went. I think he handled adversity quite well in his first year with all the injuries that we had over there. And I think his second year he's going to be much better.
Your special teams, I know you want them to improve this year. You've got a couple good coaches in Kotwika and Muncie. What are their goals this year going into this season?
Same thing. I think, the injury bug hit us and it hit them. Their key players were starters and then they lost them and it had a major impact on all three phases. But I think the same thing for all three phases. We have to just, A, identify what we need from a personnel standpoint, try to address that in the free agency and the draft, and then B, coach the players that we have and coach them better and get them in a position to succeed. That's the only thing we can do.